How did you get this? Who are you people?
Sir, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. Yeah, shut the
This guy.
He's backing
really
into his apartment. He looks very intimidated.
Very fast.
No, we don't need to be doing all of this.
Pull out my badge.
Okay, you pull out your badge. Okay.
Sir. My name is Agent Schrader.
United Federal Bureau of Investigation. Schrader.
Schrader. That's not my name.
Okay. Deep breath.
Breaking Bad.
I don't know. Is that from Breaking? I need to see that shit. Okay. You pulled out your federal badge.
Sanderson.
That.
I don't care how you got it. You're not in trouble. Just tell me where you got it.
Well, he seems very rattled by suddenly a cop being in his face. Well, Howard had some trouble sleeping, and not so much sleeping as dreaming, I suppose. And he was having the most wonderful dreams. They stopped about a month ago. Everybody can make me a psychology check if you so desire. And I
have some bonus in there.
No. He's further away.
You did make it? He's withholding something. He's
100.
100! This
This
guy is totally legit. He is telling the truth. You will believe everything that he says.
That sounds accurate.
That's the second 100.
Sounds accurate.
Obviously, this is a poor, repressed, working man.
Nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong.
This
And this
cop is
guy is
arrogant.
out of line with what he's doing. Anyway, he says, did anybody make it over here? Did either of you two make it? Okay, you're the one that, he's not telling everything. When he mentions the whole dream thing, he's not telling everything. He says, I was strolling in Chinatown on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I'd eaten in one of the restaurants down there. They have such wonderful restaurants in Chinatown.
Absolutely.
Right, you said right.
No, he didn't. I didn't say
Right.
That's right. Thank you. Those poor repressed Chinese. Okay. I stumbled across a tiny hole-in-the-wall shop. It was called Cheerios. It's on the corner of Washington Empire Street.
Cheerios.
I don't think Cheerios exists yet.
Oh my god, I created Cheerios at that moment.
I found the place fascinating, and I talked to there was an Oriental and strange things in it, and I chatted with the owner, it was a Mr. Lee, and I told him of Howard's difficulties with sleeping and dreaming, and he had been very kind. He gave me a draft of something he said would help the man dream. He said perhaps even as he had dreamt before. And I figured it was just some kind of harmless drug or maybe some kind of an Oriental herbal remedy. So I dropped it off at
1941.
At Howard's, what, Cheerios? Yeah, Cheerios are out. So I dropped it off at Howard's on Thursday morning. Hold on, when did you drop it off? Damn it. Yeah, Thursday. I dropped off on Thursday after Thanksgiving dinner, and he wasn't home. I suspect he probably went out to eat that day. I should have invited him over to my family's Thanksgiving, but anyway, so I just dropped it on his front porch with this note. It was a little vial. I'm assuming if it was a drug, it was just something fairly harmless. That Mr. Lee said that it was.
That sounds all good and well, sir. Thank you for your time. Paper.
Yeah. He gives it to you. He gives it back to you without any kind of resistance at all. He's obviously trying to Go ahead.
I'm going to hand Sanderson a note that says he's not telling everything about the dreams.
Okay, that's fine. You could be off to one side scribbling that note and hand it off to him.
Okay.
So,
everybody can make a spot hidden just see if you notice. If you kind of can see past him into his little apartment, it looks fairly small.
no.
Put all the yeses as a thumbs up.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, don't forget to check off spot
Everyone
hidden.
with me.
Everybody but you're focusing on what he's saying. It's a small apartment. Obviously overlooks Main Street. There is, you see back in the corner, there's a table with a partially built model of a schooner, and you see a shelf with some other ship models on it. Apparently this guy's a modeler or something. That's nothing really important, but whatever.
Ship models.
That's when she slipped you up. That's from a totally different scenario. That's when she kind of slips you the note as he's finished talking.
Where did you say this Lee was?
It's in Chinatown. It's that block down on. Oh shit! I have to look at it. It's that block down. It was the corner of Washington and Empire.
We should be able to find it from there, right?
Yeah. You wouldn't have a. Hold on. Curios. Washington and Empire Streets. You know Washington runs kind of east-west. Empire Street is Chinatown. It's one block. That's all that they have in this town. You know, there's some Chinese restaurants. Everybody who's from Providence, probably just not you.
Yep.
There's some Chinese restaurants down there. There's laundries. There's that's where the Chinese population of Providence lives, on this tiny little space.
But
Yes.
I know it just very well from my stuff.
Yeah, you know where Chinatown is. There's not a lot of problems down there. There was another Chinatown back in 18, right after the war, that was kind of like gotten rid of because of renovations. And what it was the city was trying to pretty much disperse them and get rid of the Chinatown, and they all kind of moved to this one little location. And right now there's talk of actually more renovations, but it hasn't happened yet. So it's just kind of a way to the WASPs in 1927 treating other races. Or other nationalities more than races. Yeah. So you do know about that. She just handed you a note saying he's not telling everything about the dreams.
The dreams?
Right? Isn't that what you wrote, Ashton?
Tell us about Mr. Phillips.
Well, I know that we used to work at the same accounting company until about 3 years ago when his parents died. And they left enough of an inheritance that he could live without working, and probably for the rest of his life comfortably, if not extravagantly.
I think I understand anymore.
They died in a car accident, I believe, if I remember correctly. So he quit the company, but we've stayed friends ever since then. And that's when, I believe, it was in 24, I think, when he took up residence in College Street. I saw him Monday, we had lunch, and I was planning on talking to him tomorrow. I was hoping that we could have lunch again. I might be the best friend he has right now. He's certainly my best friend.
Cute. Cue the audience.
But I didn't think it was illegal, although Mr. Lee actually did seem kind of nervous and was insistent that knowing whether or not I was a policeman. But if it was an opiate, I didn't mean any harm.
You're not in any trouble.
Well, thank you, sir. That's all I can think of. Is Howard okay?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
He's missing.
He's missing? He seems generally distraught at this information.
He's like screaming.
No, but he just seems very worried. He's like, well, how long has he been missing?
I'm gonna if I may, I'm gonna say, well, if this Dr. Connor's patient's notes are to be believed, he can't escape from a dream, and he seems like he's in a very uncomfortable place.
What?
Hippie.
He's not a term.
That's like
It's crap. Bohemian, thank you. Bohemian is the term for hippies back then. They're out spouting poetry and liberals. Call them
Yeah.
You might say bohemian. Do you want to say that? Oh, you say that? Oh. That's what and he looks back and forth between the two of you.
Is there anything else that's going to help us with? Like, can I tell? Is there anything?
Thank you for your time, sir.
You can make another psychology check if you want. I give you another one.
Fucking 5%.
I know, that's okay. She handed you that note, so.
Oh, no.
Okay. Not that you can think of.
Has he told you about these weird dreams that he's been having?
No, you don't know.
I do, heard it.
Wait, the note got passed around to everybody?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean I don't know that?
Make me an appearance times 5 check.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
An appearance times 5.
Appearance times 5. What is your appearance?
55.
65% chance.
Oh, would you look at
Right,
that?
with
Wow.
16.
He just gets very nervous and he starts sweating.
Well, we all started sweating, correct?
Do what?
Instantaneously, his pores produce sweat.
He just
So I should notice this
he like goes red.
Are you alright?
He keeps like glancing nervously at Miss Suzanna, who's very pretty,
Do you want to tell us about your dreams?
What's your...
What about, what, wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know about these dreams, don't you?
There's some... Well, it's silly. It's just silly. It would have nothing to do with this Mr. Lee or this drug that you're talking about.
Are you absolutely sure?
Well, it's... Yes. He goes beet red again under her gaze.
It very well may help us.
Well, Howard often told me about these dreams about visiting a spectacular place that he called the Dreamlands. And they weren't so much recurring dreams as one would take up where the other left off. It was almost as if he actually went somewhere in his dreams. And that can't have anything to do with this situation. I mean, it sounds like a wonderful dream, but of course, and a month or two ago, he just wasn't able to go there anymore for some reason, he said, and he was somewhat morose about this whole situation. So I've been trying to help him to dream, and that's why I purchased this draft from this Mr. Lee over in Chinatown, because he said it would help him to dream, and I thought maybe it would help him to dream about the things that he had dreamed about before.
Anything significant happened 2 months ago?
No, not to my knowledge. Howard is just kind of Howard.
Wow, that's really great.
Well, what I'm saying is, he doesn't work. He just reads and he writes and he studies, and his writing is mostly either fantastical or historical, and he's not a bad writer. But he doesn't. That's all I could say about him. That's all I know.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Monday. We had lunch on Monday.
What's today?
Today is Saturday.
Okay.
And he seemed in good spirits. He was looking forward to fixing himself a nice meal on Thanksgiving, I assume. And he wasn't home. I guess he decided to go out to eat that evening. Because it was evening when I dropped by and I dropped off his... It was in a little box, and I left that note that you just showed me. Yeah, he looks at the detective.
Seems we've exhausted all our questions.
Do we know about the bottle?
Well, if there's anything I do to help, please let me know. Agent...
Good.
Agent Sanderson, please. The FBI, was he kidnapped? Did he cross state lines? I understand that's when the Federal Bureau, or the United States Bureau of Investigation gets involved, isn't it?
So they're in private matter.
Oh. Well, I don't want to cause any problems.
No, I won't.
If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. In character, Hannah.
Alright, thank you.
Well...
You're welcome.
No, we're leaving.
You won't know, that's why I was bumping.
Just shove him away.
Yes.
Just let me know if I can help in any way.
Of course, we'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Can I make psychology?
I was gonna say, wait, how do we keep?
Yeah, you can make psychology. Go for it. You can make psychology anytime you want. Don't forget to check it off for the last one. That seems totally legit in that. He wants to help. He's obviously a close friend of Howard's.
Okay. Alright.
Seems the next destination is the Chinatown.
You guys go down the stairs. You see him kind of looking out the door after you as you walk away, and then he disappears back inside and closes the door.
What? Talking about?
Yeah, you guys know where Chinatown is. You can go to Chinatown if you want. Chinatown it's a block. It's Empire Street. It's just one block that's devoted to where a lot of the Chinese people in town live. Are you taking 2 cars again?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, that's Miss Suzanna's car. It's a little nicer than yours. Not much, but a little. Anyway,
I don't care.
You drive down to Chinatown. You go down Washington Street. It's the easiest way from here. And you turn left. There are no parking spaces. You spot curios. But as you're heading south on Empire Street, between Washington Street and Westminster, I believe, there's like nothing. There's no parking.
I tell Griffin to drop me off when we were passing Curios.
Do you?
He's
already driving. You're already driving.
Passing Curios?
Yeah, you can make spot hidden.
Oh.
I see it.
You see it.
He's like, I'm gonna drop you off.
God, you didn't make it. You didn't notice it. You're like, look at that Chinese restaurant across the street.
I go, Griffin.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You guys are halfway down the street before he's actually like able to kind of just. You have to stop the car in the middle of the street and just stop and let her out.
No pulling off.
No, all the parking spaces are full, either with cars or some of them have like push carts where they're selling Chinese food, shoes, other things, just a variety of stuff.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just slow down and let him out.
Okay, he slows down. You can hop out. You guys see him pop out of the car. You're gonna need a parking space. You're gonna have to drive all the way to the south side of Empire Street, but there's some parking on the next street.
Like how far is that?
No, it's a block. It's one block.
Oh yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. It's hold on. Oh, everybody can make a spot hidden. Boom! Everybody can make a spot hidden.
Here we go, guys.
You keep saying that and nothing happened.
Yeah, 22.
68.
Successes. Anybody?
Oh wow! Yeah.
Everybody except for Collin. You're sitting in the back of the car like, why am I here? I just want to go home. Okay, so everybody else notices there is one of the spots on the right. There's a really nice Cadillac parked there. It's as nice as yours. It's brand new. It's just kind of out of place. Everything else is Model A's, Model T's, and kind of older cars. You've hopped out not too far from the Cadillac. Down in Westminster, there's tons of parking. It's just this Chinatown itself is packed. It's full of.
So I saw that nice Cadillac.
You noticed it. Everybody made it except for Collin.
And I can't park near it.
No, it's up the block. It's halfway up the block, but you can park on Westminster easily. And there's another spot where Virgil can pull it right behind you. Black, like yours and like hers. Most cars are black. It's just easier. You're going ahead and head up to Curios. You're a block ahead of them, so you'll get there way before them.
Nerds.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, until they walk in and the agent's totally gone. Wait, what happened? I don't know, but I have a tiny little bobblehead of an agent at the Ding, 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 ding. The small shop is filled with all manner of Oriental and foreign items, from shrunken heads to monkey's paws. Plates from the Far East compete with tiny idols of Buddha or stuffed monkeys. An array of exotic incense is available at the glass counter on one side of this tiny little store. The shelves are filled almost overflowing with quaint but often strange-looking Oriental items, some of which have a purpose completely unknown. There's a door behind the counter, and there's a man in the shop who looks up at you. What's your credit rating?
I didn't put any in.
All right. He's like, oh yes, how can I help you?
Oh, Jesus, Andy.
He's very Asian. Obviously, he's from China. This is not somebody born in the United States from his accent, okay?
Say,
Hey.
He's a very old man, wearing a hat. Oh yeah, you can flip him. You know who that is. He's behind the counter.
How you doing, sir?
I do well today. The sun has smiled and the moon is happy. How might I help you? How might I help you? Yell that in his face?
No, that wasn't in voice.
How might I help? How might I help you, sir? Are you looking for perhaps incense? We also have strange and wonderful items from the Orient. Please browse. Please look around. You may find things that you never knew you needed until now.
I say,
Interesting.
I've heard from a friend of
This is
mine.
Japan.
I've heard from a friend of mine that,
Isn't it? Maybe
I don't know.
Yeah.
he doesn't say. Shut up. I don't know everything and I'm a little drunk. Shut up.
I've heard from a friend of mine that, you're selling some, what's it called? Potion, I guess I don't know what to call that. Potion.
He called it medicine.
To,
Potion.
other medicine.
Ah.
Sort of sleep potion.
I do not know. And do you look? Who is your friend?
My friend is probably the only person that's coming here for that particular.
He looks at you quizzically. Okay, meanwhile, you guys have gotten out of your cars. It's very chilly. You got your muff. Oh, it's nice and toasty. You head up the street. There are obviously lots of Chinese people. There are some Chinese restaurants, Chinese laundries. There are like tenement buildings that obviously a lot of people live in. Probably like 4 or 5 families to a room, possibly. You're slumming. This is way below you. You are rich, and these people are all poor.
I'm just like,
Gross. These are the working man. No, she could think this without you knowing. These are the working man. These are the These are our immigrants. These are the people who made America great. you're whatever. You two are probably the same way. You would be more comfortable around more Brits. You've never been to this part of town. It's interesting. Nothing really has happened here that has required a photographer. It's up to you guys. If you, oh yeah, click. It's pretty dark. There are street lights, but it's still pretty dim.
She's using the flash.
One thing you notice though, as you're walking up the street, saw that. Everybody saw the Cadillacs for Nigel. He's like, whatever, it's a car. Fuck it. I see so many of those every goddamn day.
Especially that version.
Oh, yes.
I think it's a Cadillac.
Still a pretty nice Cadillac, but you didn't care. As you're walking back up Empire Street towards Washington Street, where you know from what you've been told this curio shop is, you notice several really, really short, like 4 to 4.5 foot tall Chinamen.
I swear to God. Not this shit. I swear to God.
Are in front of one of the brownstones that appears to be a tenement building. 3 stories tall. Maybe it's a boarding house, apartment house, that kind of thing. 2 more stand in front of the doors of the place, and as you pass, there's like a flurry of activity behind you. And you kind of look over your shoulder, you can't help but notice. And this little girl, who can only be about 8 years old, comes out. She,
I know her. Okay.
She walks like she owns the place. That's what she looks like.
Okay, Lily Mitchell.
You don't know it.
She walks like she owns the place. She has a couple more of these little, very short Chinamen with her, and she quickly gets into the Cadillac. You notice that in the Cadillac, that really nice Cadillac you passed, there's a little old lady sitting in the back who's not talking. There's another small Chinaman at the wheel. Shh, quiet.
I'm telling him.
Those who are from Providence, not you, but you can make a no roll. You can make a no roll. You can make a no roll, and you can make a no roll. You've been here long enough.
You all get a roll.
Actually, you're gonna get a bonus, Ashton. Oh, you made it anyway? No?
Ooh, bonus.
Yes.
Is it because they were in the paper?
Yeah. Only a year ago. You recognize Lily Mitchell. Speak of the devil. Who was the heir to the Mitchell fortune. She was kidnapped in the spring of 1926 by the notorious Quincy Washington gang. Who made the roll? Everybody but you?
I didn't make it.
And you're not there, so...
I was like, oh, what a cute
Hannah's just
girl.
like so sad right now.
Strange, but...
Your guy survived. The old woman must be her great aunt, Mrs. Sophie Upton. And nobody here is high society Providence who would know this. So there you go. You just notice that as you go by.
So I don't even need to get the license plate. I know where these people probably live.
What a cameo.
Not necessarily where they live, but
I can find out.
You recognize this from the newspaper article about her kidnapping about a year and a half ago.
Now, were they just fawning over them, or were they...
They look like bodyguards. The little Chinese men appear to be like bodyguards. 4.5 foot tall bodyguards. Like they're looking all around. One more spot hidden from those people who walked by. Yes. Yeah, this is just to see if you notice something.
Wow, I got a 4.
Did you make it? Yes. Nice. Okay, who made it? Thumbs ups. Everybody but Collin. Collin's like, whatever, it's a kid. Who cares?
He looks like over his shoulder playing about.
Oh, I hate kids. Does your character hate kids?
Like kids,
He hates kids like... Okay, oh shit, now I've totally forgotten what
Good old
Oh!
Washington.
The other Chinese people that are nearby, they're glaring at all of these people. The little Chinese men, Lily Mitchell, the woman, they're just... You know, any Chinese people in the area are just like... Kind of like that kind of a look. Like, just vile hatred of these people. And then she gets in the car and you hear the car start, and it pulls out away and heads south towards your guys' cars. It was on the right side of the street as you were heading south.
Not a cameo.
It's not a cameo.
Oh, it's not.
It is basically things are still happening despite what happened before. Anyway, nobody knows. You know. You know your character doesn't, but you know.
Your character definitely doesn't age. She wasn't even around right then.
No, but her last character was. You know Lily Mitchell, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You did.
I liked the window incident. Jumping out the window.
Anyway, so this is what you guys notice as you're walking up towards the curio shop.
Your ass
Boom.
too.
He is basically. Who is your friend? Who is your friend? Who? I do not recall this.
Mr. Lee.
I am Mr. Lee. I am the your humble servant.
God, he got really excited.
Humble shopkeeper. Mr. Lee. Yes. Jing-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. You can flip that over, yes. As the rest of them come in, I'm assuming you put your gun back in the bag and it's back in the car.
It's been in the bag in the car for a
that's
while.
when you turn to the car. So I assume you unloaded it, put everything out before everybody left. Did you guys turn all the lights back off in the house, or just?
I would have told house.
Okay, that's not a problem. That would just be common sense. Lock the front door. You still have the key.
Yeah, I'll lock it.
Okay.
You can't lock it as we close it.
No, it's gonna have to be locked from the outside. It's like a deadbolt kind of deal.
Gotcha.
It's not a deadbolt, but it has to be locked from the outside. You know how those kind of things are. So you lock the front door. One idea check from you, ladies.
Oh, an idea check.
Yes.
What about
I think, and maybe we'll retro this out that we won't even need the idea check if something happened that I did not hear.
I got an 8.
Yeah.
8?
So
Okay.
that works.
Back door's still unlocked.
Okay.
It's closed, but it's still unlocked because you closed it, but you didn't lock it because there was no way to lock it from the inside. So, as far as you know, the back door's still unlocked, but you do lock the front door then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys are gone, and then back to present day. You guys have just entered the shop. Which, did you hear my description of it, or do you want me to describe it again?
Now you're
A bunch of Oriental stuff.
Basically, Oriental, tons of Oriental stuff, and little old man who seems to be bowing to the United States Bureau of Investigation agent. Oh yes, your humble shopkeeper. I am your humble shopkeeper. I do not sell any drugs. It is a bad thing.
No one's. Sure.
Well, that's good enough.
I apologize. My English is not as good as it could be.
What the fuck?
Perhaps I misunderstood. If all that I have, you see. All that I see, all that you see, I have. Yes. No. Bad.
Y'all want to take a look around?
I repeat
Please.
louder. We don't know what the pile looks like.
So many customers.
Yeah, I know. I wish we did.
So many customers. Who's got a credit rating more than just base?
15%. I do.
I have
You do?
I actually did.
What? Why?
Credit rating is 23. I don't remember exactly why.
I did
Extra
too.
Oh, that's
points.
right, because you put in the paper and shit.
I
yeah.
have 82.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh.
Triple.
If there is anything I can help you with, your most humble shopkeeper is here to help you.
Oh, Mr. Lee.
You better fucking suck his dick.
Oh, Mr. Lee.
Oh, yes. How can I help man with prodigious mustache?
I noticed that a lot of your people didn't like this little Mitchell that I saw leaving y'all's area.
Mitchell. Little girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the stigmatism that y'all have with
God, I don't think you'll understand what the fuck you just said. Your English is worse than his.
Give me the old English check. See, there's a
shit,
clue
what?
what the fuck you're talking about.
Can I make an English check too?
We all make English checks.
No.
What's that laugh?
Oh, he got it. He knows. He knows what you're talking about. I will not say anything against the Churchill. It is dangerous to say against the Churchill.
He whispers.
He does.
Now, what?
And he looks to his right, which you recognize as the direction of that brownstone. It's on the same side of the street, but down south from.
Oh, so basically in her direction.
Yes.
No, that is a Churchill.
He's Chinese. Dangerous. You had best not ask. Some of us, humble servants,
Now,
we are willing to say certain things to certain people. Do not ask. Dangerous. They are very dangerous.
Abbott. I don't know about none of these.
How are they dangerous?
You do not wish to know.
So what we're here for is that...
Collect a thought for a second now.
So you just stop
Do I know
talking.
about
Did he give them a
I don't know about
name?
it, do I?
You don't know what
What?
she's talked about.
You know about the note.
Yeah.
The note, yeah, whatever was in the note. Yes, you read it.
So somebody came by here not too long ago asking about something to help someone sleep. A good
Oh,
friend of his wanted something.
you are here with the policeman.
How does he know I'm a cop?
He made a guess. You
Oh.
like a cop. You talk.
I'm a cop. So I walked in like...
That's how you walked in.
Oh, yes, I walked in
You
like
gotta
a
say, I'm a traitor.
trigger.
I'm looking for some drugs.
You look like a cop. You come in the store and you're looking around, checking everything out.
Yes.